No, I'm not really worried about that because in today's conversation, what I want to do, I want to share with people the top 10 EIN only, no doc business lines of credit for large amounts and low APRs. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you are to ask me, if you are doing as terrific as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the top 10 EIN only, no doc business lines of credit for large amounts and low APR. And one thing I want to say here is that when we speak about no doc business lines of credit, we're talking about business lines of credit that do not require any kind of documentation. At a minimum, what they ask for is just bank statements. And in today's conversation, there are lenders who request this electronically, so they're fine if you just show them your accounting software or you just show them your bank statements online. They're fine with that. And there are other players who want to have the paper, so they want things in paper form. But you don't need to provide gazillions of documents. No, they're fine with that. And of course, you got to have an EIN, that's for sure. And so they're not going to bother you at the personal level when it comes to your credit. In other words, when you apply for this EIN only, no doc business line of credit, they are focusing exclusively on the business. And that's what you want anyway, right? Because you don't want to risk having hard pulls over hard pulls over hard pull, and the last thing you know, you see your FICO score lose weight. Nobody wants that. I want to lose weight personally, but not at the FICO level, right? So there are benefits to applying for an EIN only, no doc business line of credit. For example, you have access to the money, so you don't have to constantly reapply for a new loan over and over and over, right? So, and you also, especially if you are in a cyclical business, you are in a seasonal business, let's say the holiday season is getting closer and you need to replenish your inventory, you don't have to apply for a loan. The money's sitting there already. This is a revolving line of credit. Okay, people say, well, why not just get a business credit card? Well, guess what? Some suppliers don't want to get paid through credit cards. They want to get actual cash. This is why it's important to have, in addition to a business credit card, to also have a revolving line of credit. That's pure cash. This is not money from a credit card. Okay, and we also love the fact that with a revolving no doc EIN only business line of credit, especially if you have a large amount, you actually can plan your business from a liquidity perspective. You know the money's there, so you can actually you have a more streamlined statement of cash flows. And so, how do you actually apply for an EIN only, no doc business line of credit? Our preference in this show is to contact the lender always, because all lenders, especially the 10 that we're going to review in today's conversation, they have a website where they want you to apply online, but it's something that we discourage folks to do from doing. It's better to pick up the phone and contact a loan specialist. And even if you are lucky to have a physical branch in the area where you live, just go to that branch, sit with a live person, talk to a live person. Very important. So to apply for a revolving line of credit, you want to pay attention to your credit score. You want to pay attention to your cash flow, the line amount, the money that you want, and the use of funds. Simply because this is EIN only and a no doc doesn't mean that they're just going to give you the cash and not worry about, what you're going to do with the money. No, they want to have an idea of what you're using the money for. Why? Because from a lender's perspective, it's all about risk management. They want to make sure you're using the cash strategically, you're using the cash properly, right? So, for example, if you want to buy equipment or inventory, they want to know why, how much, and how that's going to serve you to boost your business's bottom line. This is very important. Another thing I want to say here before closing on this section is that make sure that your cash flows are consistent. In other words, that you are basically at least getting 20 grand or 30 grand or 40 grand, whatever amount you're getting, make sure that that amount is consistent. There is no like, you don't want to have a sporadic kind of trend, kind of pattern in your liquidity movements. All right, folks, before I get into the actual nitty gritty, please check out this short evaluation approach video. It tells you about our rigorous approach when it comes to reviewing, categorizing, and listing business loans and lines of credit on this show. Check this out. Number 10, folks, we have Fora Financial. Our score, 8/10. This lender is great for fast-growing businesses. So if you are looking for a no-doc EIN only business line of credit and you are fast-growing, you want to consider Fora Financial. They are an alternative small business lender, and they offer no-doc business lines of credits, merchant cash advances, and short-term loans. Okay, they do have a high origination fee though, but we love the fact that their offerings are still competitive with other funders that offer short-term financing. So minimum time in business, 1 to 2 years, credit score 500 minimum, the required annual revenue $100,000 minimum time to funding 1 week or less. Okay, and so they have so the amount will oscillate between $5,000 and $500,000. They have flexible payments. This is a revolving line, early payoff discounts, no collateral required, and they have you can have a free no obligation quotes. Okay, and they do serve a lot of industries, including construction, medical, auto, wholesale, manufacturing, and you can use the money to pay your taxes, purchase inventory, upgrade equipment, hire staff, invest in advertising, expand your operations, have cash for payroll, and pay for renovation costs. Number 9, folks, we have National Business Capital Services. Our score, 8/10. This is best for mid-sized to large business line of credit. So what we love with National Business Capital and Services is that the money's there. So the line amount oscillates between $10,000 and $5 million. You heard that right, $5 million. They have flexible terms, 6 months to 10 years, and time to fund 1 to 3 days. The reason why we actually scored this lender lower is because they have high fees. The fees are really high, and this is something they need to work on. But if you're looking for a huge business line of credit, National Business Capital and Services is the person, is the lender to contact. Okay, and so you can use the money to grow your business, to take care of operating costs, right? For marketing campaigns, seasonal slow periods, for inventory or supplies, or for payroll. It really depends on what you're looking for, okay? But they do have the money, and they're really fast in reviewing the application, but their fees are just high. So you want to read the fine print very, very carefully. Very, very, very carefully. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still talking to you today about the top 10 no-doc EIN only business lines of credit for large amounts and low APR. So number 8, we have Square Capital. Our score, 8.5/10. And this is best for a Square customer. So if you happen to be a Square customer, a business line of credit through Square Capital could be one of the easiest ways for you to access financing. And what's fantastic here is that they actually control everything electronically. So they're not even asking you for any kind of a documentation. All right. So this is purely a no-doc business line of credit. And the company, Square Capital, that is, provides business loans, MCAs, and no doc business line of credits to qualified customers. Okay, so if you got to use their platform for payment processing. Okay, and because Square works with select borrowers using their service, these business line of credits are more affordable than other options. Definitely, if you happen to be a Square customer, you want to go with Square Capital. You're going to save lots of money. Okay, they do provide business line of credits between $300 and $250,000. So 300 to a quarter of a million. Okay, and they're not very strict when it comes to eligibility. But again, Square will look at your processing volume and account history. If you show a steady history of credit and debit card sales, you could qualify for a business line of credit. Number 7, we have PayPal Credit. This is analogous to Square Capital in terms of how they review applications. And our score for PayPal Credit, 8.5 over 10. This is great for PayPal clients. So if you use PayPal as your payment processing company, this is fantastic, okay? Because similar to Square, PayPal is another payment processing company that also provides no doc business lines of credits. Okay, their no doc business line of credit is called PayPal Credit. And to qualify for PayPal Credit, you must have a PayPal Business or Premier account for at least 3 months. In addition, you must be processing at least $20,000 in annual PayPal sales or be projected to do so if you have a Premier account, or at least $15,000 or be projected to do so in annual PayPal sales if you have a business PayPal account. All right, so those are the thresholds you need to meet. In terms of no doc business line of credit fees, you will pay between 2% and 5% of your daily PayPal sales, plus a flat fee determined by the daily percentage, loan amount, and PayPal sales history with this product. Okay, and the limits actually range from $10,000 all the way to $300,000 with PayPal Credit. Number 6, folks, we have Fundbox. Our score, 9 over 10. This lender is great for bad credit. If you have bad credit and you're looking for an EIN only, no doc business line of credit, Fundbox is a great place to be. You got to be based in the US. Your company has to be based in the US. They're looking for a FICO score, a personal FICO score of 600 at least. In some cases, they have been known to approve borrowers who have a 550 or 525 at the personal level, because this is fundamentally an EIN only business line of credit. So as long as the business is healthy, the business is showing rosier trends and patterns and financials, you should be fine. They want you to have at least $100,000 in annual revenue. They want you to have a business checking account, and ideally 6 months in business. You got to have the checking account. So simply because this is a no doc business line of credit doesn't mean you're not providing any kind of information. You got to have at a minimum a business checking account, because they will be linking things electronically to see what's going on in your account. And we love this Fundbox business line of credit because things can happen really fast. You apply and you can get a credit decision in minutes, and the funds will transfer as soon as the next business day. This is wonderful. And to keep it simple, to keep things simple, you can draw from your dashboard. Funds arrive in your business checking account, and Fundbox staff is there to help you if you need them. You are always in control, because with Fundbox, there is no prepayment penalty. You always see your payment total before you commit, and there is no confusing language. So this is pretty good. Number 5, folks, we have here Headway Capital. Our score, 9 over 10. This lender is best for customer service, and we love the fact that they have an easy application. You can qualify in minutes. You have fast funding. You can have your money as soon as tomorrow, and you can save on interest. There are no prepayment penalties, okay? Up to $100,000. Business no doc business line of credits are available, 12 to 24 months, payments weekly or monthly. And in addition, bad credit is okay. If you have bad credit or a fair credit, you can still qualify for this EIN only, no doc business line of credit from Headway Capital. And the cool thing is that with Headway Capital, they also offer term loans and merchant cash advances. Okay, but their line of credit has offers better, I would say, better tools and better features than their term loans and merchant cash advances. Number four, folks, we have Blue Vine. Our score 9/10. Blue Vine is a great because it is great for industry coverage and product availability. In other words, they have a lot of products. Besides no doc business line of credits, they also have loans. They have term loans, and they have other types of business credit arrangements. You can apply it online. You can apply online for a business line of credit. The credit lines will go all the way to $250,000. The rates are as low as 4.8%, and approval can happen as fast as 5 minutes after application. And funds are available on demand. You only pay for what you use, right? You have access to a revolving line. I've already said that, and this is important because your credit line will replenish as soon as you make payments or you make repayments, and the financing will grow with you. In other words, they are open to actually increasing your line. And with Blue Vine, we love the fact that this is one of the few fintech banks, quote unquote banks out there, lenders out there, lending platforms out there, and they make things very easy for borrowers. And there are some minimum qualifications. They want you to have a FICO of 600 minimum. Even though in some cases we've seen people getting approved for loans and lines of credits with 550 as their FICO. They want you to be in business at least 6 months and to have $10,000 in monthly revenue at least. Okay, and you will need to have a bank connection or year-to-date bank statements. So they want you to connect your software or your bank statements to their software. Number three, folks, we have here Lenza. Our score 9.5/10. This lender is best for fair credit. When you think about Lenza, I want you to think about a loan platform. It's a loan service. They're not a direct lender, but they do a great job at finding you the loan and the EIN only. No doc, business line of credit you're looking for. And you can request small business funding up to $350,000. And this is a company that has been in existence for the last 6-7 years. And they have a great network of small business loan providers. And they do, you can pre-qualify, right? So the application process does not affect your credit score. This is really good. And we love the fact that they could go really fast. Now, even though they're capping their business funding at 350, in some cases they can go all the way to $1 million. And again, it really depends upon the solidity of your financials and the sector you're in. And the average APR will range from 7% to 25%. Again, it depends on the lender. Number two, folks, we have Lendio. Our score 9.5/10. This is the best overall no doc business line of credit provider in our view. The line amount will oscillate between $1,000 and $500,000. You actually have you can be funded as soon as 1 to 5 days rather, not 7, 5 business days. In some cases, it might go to 1 week, depending on how fast you supply the additional documentation or how fast you answer the questions, right? And the interest rate can be as low as 8 or as high as 24%. So Lendio is a cool platform. And we love the fact that they actually cater to the whole gamut of credit profiles from low FICO all the way to stellar FICO. And with Lendio, another thing we love is the fact that they have technology. Technology is fantastic here. They are actually, whether you apply through the dashboard or you want to check your account through the dashboard or through the app, everything is user friendly. You will need a credit score of 560 or higher, okay? And they want you to be in business for at least 6 months. In some cases, they have actually approved folks who have been in business for 3 months, all right? Again, when we talk about Lendio is not a direct lender. They are a platform. They are a loan matching marketplace. They work with over 75 lenders. Something that's good to know, right? All right. Number one, folks, when it comes to a no doc, EIN only business line of credit, number one, the best of the best in our view, Rapid Finance. Rapid Finance is a direct lender. Our score 10 over 10, and this is best for quick funding. If you're looking for quick funding, this is the best. And Rapid Finance offers no doc business line of credit in amounts up to $500,000. And they want you to have a minimum personal credit score of 550. They want you to be in business for at least 3 months. And this company is just a great no doc EIN only business line of credit company for both startups and businesses with bad credits. All right. And they have a very streamlined application process. They want you to have a government issued photo ID, voter check from your business checking account, and they want you to connect to your bank account. In some cases, they might just ask you for your business bank account statements or the last 3 credit card processing statements. So not a lot of documentation needed here. Maximum 2 or 3. Okay. If you need more information, just contact them before you go through the whole application process. All right, folks. This is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you today about the top 10 EIN only, no doc business lines of credits for large amounts and low APRs. Number 1, we have Rapid Finance, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have Lendio, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have Lenza, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have Bluevine, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have Headway Capital, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have Fundbox, 9 over 10. Number 7, we have PayPal Credit, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, we have Square Capital, 8.5 over 10. Number 9, we have National Business Capital and Services, 8 over 10. And number 10, last but not the least, we have Fora Financial. Our score, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.